So we're getting ready. I scheduled my maternity shoot with Miranda North, who did my maternity photos last time I was pregnant. I scheduled it much later because last time it took, my belly wasn't really popping out and I was about 8 months pregnant. This time I think I waited too late. And I also feel extra stressed because we decided last minute to sell our house. There's somebody to come, coming to walk, look at our house right after Nikki's done with my makeup. We're gonna hop in the car. We have to clean up everything. And then somebody's gonna show up to our house while we're doing the photos. It's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot. We basically got 2 weeks before this baby comes. I even woke up this morning because Nikash hasn't been sleeping well. And I was like, well, I'm glad it's just photos today because Nikki and Miranda will basically make me look good and I don't have to act like, yeah, I don't have to be on camera today or anything, so. It's just photos. And photos can be photoshopped technically. We can get through it. And we have makeup. It has been, I guess, hectic. I got in a car accident last week on my way to my doctor's office. Not my fault. So now we got to last minute install Nikash's car seat again today before we head out to this photo shoot. Just doing some final touches. We keep our outdoor pillows inside now because I made the mistake of keeping them outdoors the first round we got pillows. So it's annoying because I gotta go up and down to do our pillows, but they actually stay nicer. Whereas I bought these really pretty and I spent a lot of money on these Moroccan vintage pillows and they got ruined one day.
What do you think you'll miss most about this place?
I love the light in our home. It's so pretty. There's just pretty light in the living room and everything.
Yeah, there's pretty light in here. It's like a tree house.
See, look how pretty it looks. What a couple of pillows will do. Let me go install a car seat and we're out of here. We turned Nikash front facing in preparation for bebe. And actually, he loves it. He loves it so much, so I actually don't regret it. I was debating it, but he loves it. So last week I got into a car accident. It wasn't my fault. This woman was parked, and then she decided to go without looking up. I think she was looking at her phone. So she slammed this door, and I was thinking the whole time, this is where Nikash sits. But it wasn't too bad because I got the car right away. You guys, so this is Miranda North.
Hi!
She did my first maternity photos, newborn photos, 6 month photos.
Yeah.
And we're back to kind of recreate that magic. You guys gotta check out her photos. They're so beautiful.
Thank you!
And you know what the best part is she helps you. If you're one of those people that's awkward with pictures and stuff like that, she really helps you just go through it. That was my favorite thing when I first started working with you. Was I was I feel
nobody knows what to do in a maternity shoot, right?
Yeah.
So I'm happy to help.
Right? Yeah, oh, you got big. Oh, I love you too.
I'm assuming you have big boobs too. Hi! Bring it down right there. Give him a kiss.
Kiss mommy's belly. Kiss mommy's belly button. Kiss mama.
Oh, good job!
I have a week and a half left to go before I have this baby. We sold our house very, very quickly. It actually only took a week to sell our house, which kind of took us by surprise. Luckily, I was actually thinking that our house was gonna sit on the market. at least like a couple weeks, right? Like you kind of think that way. But no, our house sold pretty fast, which we're very grateful for, but that gets things moving a little bit faster for us because we haven't actually found a house that we want to move into. Luckily, this buyer has offered us something called a 60-day lease back, which means that we can stay here after all of like the escrow closing and all that kind of stuff. We can stay another 60 days. We have to pay him rent though, which is kind of a funny thing because it's like our home, but it's like now it's his home. So that gives us a little bit, like we actually don't have to move out until like around, like right before Thanksgiving. But you know, we're gonna like try to pick it up and like find our next house. We just don't wanna like pick a house that we don't love, you know? Hi Mason. Hi, you want some of this apple, don't you? You saw that I was eating an apple, huh? And we're convinced that Mason sold the house because the guy came to see the house on his own. He actually couldn't make it to the open houses. And so Mason was gone during the open houses, but because we held 2 of them, but he was here the day that the home buyer came to see our house, and apparently Mason put on the charm and sold our house for us. That's what our agent said. What a little monker! Look at this little doggy face. Oh yes, she's such a love, such a special little doggy. That grouchy little face. Huh? Oh, Mason is so sweet. We had orientation for Nikash's preschool today. It looks like school is actually happening. He started school on Monday, so that's kind of like scary and a lot today. We went to an event and he had a lot of fun at that event. I learned a little bit about a brand called Lily Baby. We had our house inspection today for the buyer. Then I had a doctor's appointment just now. They told me I'm having a small baby, which wasn't surprising because Nikash came out only 6 pounds, like 2 ounces. Even though they had estimated he'd be like way over 7 pounds. I also had a Q-tip up my butt today. That was fun. Anytime you're gonna have a baby, they check you for a bacteria that all of us women just get at like times in our life. And it's totally fine for us, but if you have a baby vaginally, if you have that bacteria at the time, then they have to give either you or the baby, they have to give like antibiotics during the birth. And so even though I'm having a scheduled C-section, there's always a chance that this baby could come on her own, you know, so they just need to know that information just to be on the safe side. Mason, selling our house. What a sweet dog. What a sweet dog. And things have been really, you know, like, I think even if we were to find a house that we love right now, we would stay here because there's been too much, like, change in Nikash's life. We took away his pacifier, which I'm gonna do like an entire video on this process because we're not out of it yet, but I basically was like, hey, only babies use pacifiers, you're a big boy. And he just like willingly gave up the pacifier, which was very surprising for me. And I thought this is too easy, and sure enough, I was right. It's been about a month since we took the pacifier away from him, and he has gone from being like a great sleeper to a terrible sleeper, absolutely terrible. And over the past week, he's now started coming into our room in the middle of the night and sleeping in our bed, which is something he hadn't done in a long, long time. And obviously it's like bad timing because there's a baby coming and who knows like how this is all gonna be and stuff. So I'm really worried about this. There's a lot. I don't wanna do anything else. I decided I'm not gonna potty train him yet. He's already gonna have like so many other changes. He's got a baby sister coming, which we've been like mentally preparing him for. He's starting preschool, like I said, on Monday. That's gonna be a big change for him. And then in a couple of months, we're moving, for sure. So it's a lot for this little guy. New baby, new home, new school for Nikash. A lot happening.